Good morning, happy Friday, and man, the month of May already off to an amazing start for a couple reasons. Actually, you know what? I'll just get on with it. My low is, I did kind of procrastinate going to bed last night and getting out of bed this morning, but you know what? It's fine. It's cool. We're all good. Nothing. That's really all. That's really all it is. But bro, like my high includes making more jars. Seriously, there's 65 jars of pickles in my refrigerator right now, including the ones I made last February. I have 65 jars of pickles in my refrigerator. Like, full stop. I probably won't need to make any more pickles for the rest. Well, that's not true. I'm sure I'll probably need to make pickles at least one more time before 2025 is over. But including the 53 jars, I probably made like over 104 jars. Like, I've made over 100 jars in 2025. That's insane. I mean, yeah, 65 does seem like a lot, but you'd be surprised what I'd use them for. I mean, really for gifts, like if I'm invited to parties, or, you know, Mother's Day's coming up. I have a bunch of friends who are moms. I'm going to give them jars as well. So that number's going to go down quite a bit by the end of this month for sure. But let's get to the real meat and potatoes. Well, actually, let me finish up with my high saying I saw another movie last night, as the title of this YouTube video would rather unambiguously tell you. I saw Thunderbolts, which I have much to discuss. And by much to discuss, I mean it was so good. Okay, what was my act of kindness? What was my act of kindness? What was my act of kindness? No, I know for a fact I did some acts of kindness. I just can't remember. I can't remember what it was. I mean, when I was in the theater, I moved my jacket for somebody because I thought it'd be an empty seat next to me. It wasn't. But yeah, I still moved my jacket anyway. Yeah. Sorry, I don't really have much to know about the kindness. I just want to get into Thunderbolts. So, here's the thing. The last Marvel movie I saw was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I never got to see Deadpool Wolverine in the theater or ever, since I actually don't have Disney Plus at the moment. I wanted to see Captain America Brave New World, but then I saw it really wasn't getting very good reviews. And honestly, a part of me could tell it really wasn't going to be any good. I mean, having like Red Hulk finally appear now, instead of being in a Hulk movie, like, that should have been like, you know what, no pun intended, a giant red flag. And honestly, I really wasn't planning on seeing this movie at all. Like, really at all. I mean, I saw the trailer. I mean, the trailers looked fun. And it was very clear they were going to go with the kind of like the same motif as Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, just, you know, a ragtag group of people that are both relatable and, you know, kind of fun and play off each other really well. But then, literally, like, within hours of me seeing the movie, I saw on Rotten Tomatoes it had like a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got like an 88 right now, which is pretty freaking good. So at that point, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go see Thunderbolts. So I came back here after getting a couple extra jars because I had a few cucumbers left over from making pickles on April 30th. Made just a couple smaller jars. And after that, went right back to Regal Cinema at the Arnett Mall. And got to the 6:30 showing. And from the very beginning, I thought it was going to be good. Because it does give you kind of a fake out. Because I want to make one thing clear. I never seen any of the Disney Plus shows, Marvel Disney Plus shows. I never watched any of those. I never saw Black Widow. I never saw, like, again, Captain America Brave New World. Or, any of those things. What I can tell you, though, is, listen, honestly, in the days of the internet and YouTube, all those popular clips that you see of Marvel characters, they're everywhere. So, you don't really need to worry about much in that regard. So, with all that said, it opens up with Elena, played by Florence Pugh, and it looks as if she's going to commit suicide. No, she's just parachuting off a building. And from there, she blows up a lab that was run by Valentina Allegra Di Fontaine, played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus. You gotta say the D. You gotta remember Di Fontaine. Not Fontaine, Di Fontaine. And, she's under a lot of pressure for getting, impeached. And so, actually, what does she do? Oh, director of the CIA. Okay, that's what she does. And her plan is, there's this one bunker that, her Ox owns, or whatever. Was it Ox? What's it called, Ox? Her, research lab or whatever. Hold on. Hold on, I'm confused about something. Okay. Okay. I was just confused because, wait. Because I'm looking up, the actors because I can't remember everyone off the top of my head, right? Basically, Valentina's plan is to take, Yelena, Taskmaster, Ghost, John Walker, who's the new Captain America, for 2 seconds. Brings in this bunker. Basically, they're supposed to kill each other, but then they form a team, and so they get out. And then they meet a man named Bob, who, I tell you what, there are moments in this movie where Bob totally steals the show in the most ridiculous ways ever. But there is more to Bob than meets the eye. So basically, it's the Thunderbolts trying to get Valentina. Meanwhile, Yelena's father, the Red Guardian, played by David Harbour, who is definitely the comedic heart of this film. He is. He's just so, I am the Red Guardian. It is awesome. Oh, man, it was so much fun. So, in the ensuing battle in the bunker, Taskmaster is killed by Ghost, which that seems kind of a waste. I mean, like, I'm looking at Olga Kurylenko's character, who's Taskmaster. Like, she has higher billing in this movie than Hannah John Kamen, who is Ghost. Like, why would you kill her off if she has such high billing? That kind of doesn't make any sense. But you know what? I can deal with that because the rest of this movie was so much fun. It's hard for me to really get into how good this movie is without spoiling anything. Other than the fact that I said Bob is more than meets the eye. Well, first of all, Bob, horribly unstable mentally. Like, grew up with, you know, bad parents, drug addict. Like, this guy really is mentally unstable. So so he's in Malaysia hoping to find a cure, or as he calls it, possibly more drugs, whatever came first. And he's subject to an experiment that gives him, it basically makes him more powerful than all the Avengers combined. And Valentina was going to refer to him as the Sentry. Unfortunately, again, as you know, Bob realizes more and more, like, I'm more powerful than all the Avengers combined, which includes at least one god. Why should I be taking orders from you? And Valentina has like a kill switch, which you think does it? No, it doesn't. All it does was just unleash the Sentry. Like, yeah, Bob clearly is. I mean, I don't think they quite straight up say he has multiple personalities, but yeah, it's either multiple personalities or bipolar depression, maybe. Hold on. What does it say what he has? Oh. Okay, so here's the thing. He's supposed to be called the Sentry, but when his evil side is unleashed, he's called the Void, which, my God, is the Void's power scary as hell. Holy, like, seriously, like, remember in Avengers Infinity War where Thanos did the snap and then people, like, faded away? Yeah, that was messed up, but, like, the Void literally makes people, like, blot into black. And that's how I can describe it. It was terrible. Like, seriously, like, Red Guardian saved this little girl from, like, having to breathe fog because they're a super soldier, so we can handle that. And then, like, you're safe, the girl. And then the girl, like, literally blots to black. Like, oh my, like, that got me. That got me really good. Holy cow. So, the way they stop Void, or Sentry, or Bob in this case, is because one of Bob's powers is, like, he can make you relive past memories that you've had. So, in going through all the memories, Yelena first finds Bob, and then all the rest of the Thunderbolts follow suit, which would be Red Guardian, John Walker, Ghost, and Winter Soldier, or Bucky, even though, I mean, yeah, they refer to him as Winter Soldier a couple times, but yeah, it's just Bucky. And, you know, there was one moment that genuinely tugged at my heartstrings. Because, again, Bob, you know, grew up in an unstable household, you know, he was a drug addict. The list goes on. At the end of the day, all you need is just a few people to just give you a hug and let you know that you're not alone, you know? That's really all you need. I mean, listen, we all have shit that we go through. Everybody's messed up. I can tell you right now, I'm far from perfect myself. But at the end of the day, one thing that always helps me get by is knowing that there are people in my life who care. Family and friends alike. And when you realize that, the problems you have in life seem surprisingly less than they originally looked as if. I totally said that wrong. Point is, as long as you have people in your life who care, you'd be amazed how much better life is. You know, we often say whenever someone dies, you know, the world was better with you. You know what? That is a true statement. It is. Like, my life, my story is better with all the extraordinary people I've met in life. And that's a really powerful, I mean, it seems like a really simple message, but you know what? There's a reason why after all this time it's still really powerful. And I thought the Thunderbolts did a really good job of that. Although, and I'm getting into spoilers here, there's actually a reason why. If you look at the title, there is an asterisk at the end of Thunderbolts. Because at the end of the movie, like, it looks as if the Thunderbolts are going to get Allegra for all the stuff she's done. But it turns out she sets up a press conference. And, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the new Avengers. So, yeah. Even though the title is called Thunderbolts, it ends with the title of the new Avengers. You know what? I dig it. I really dig it. Although it's funny, because the new Avengers is essentially, actually, does it have a name? Yeah, Yelena, Bucky Barnes, who's the Winter Soldier, John Walker, you know, the, yeah, it was the former cat. It was supposed to be the successor to Steve Rogers. Hold on. David Hart, Red Guardian, you know, Yelena's dad, and that's it. Like, it's just those 5 people, and Bob. So the post-credit sequence in this movie is great because, man, I don't want to give away too much. Like, watch the mid and post-credit sequences. They're hilarious. And also, like, at the end of the credits, like, the new Avengers and Bob will return. I'm like, I hope the next movie has more Bob. Man, this movie was awesome. I mean, it's just so good to see a Marvel movie again in the theater. A good one, too. I really hope this movie does well. I mean, listen, it's a Marvel movie. Of course, it's going to make its money back, probably. But, like, both critically, but not just financially, but critically as well. I hope this movie does well. Maybe it will. I hope it does. I would really love to see the new Avengers return. I mean, you have Avengers Doomsday coming out next year, which, listen, the more I see good things about Avengers Doomsday, the more I'm still a little bit nervous. Because, I mean, listen, like a lot of people, I saw, like, the, not the 5-hour version of it, obviously, but, you know, a quick edited version of, you know, all the chairs, all the actors being in Avengers Doomsday. And I saw a lot of really great actors that are going to be in this movie. I mean, Patrick Stewart and Sir Ian McKellen are going to return as Professor X and Magneto, respectively. Kelsey Grammer is going to return as Beast. Like, those 3 actors alone already had me sold and, like, wanting to see it. I mean, yeah, it is kind of a begging for good ratings move to get Robert Downey Jr. back as Doctor Doom. Even though, did they really need to do that? Again, Avengers Doomsday, I'm sure it's probably going to be really good. I hope it's really good. But for now, I can say I just saw a good Marvel movie again in the theater. I can't ask for anything more. I hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow on social media. As always, I'm very humble in this video for all of you guys watching. Enjoy everything. We have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Friday. And remember, if you guys want to talk, we'll be here to lend you all your back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.